Hello everyone and welcome once again to Showcase Live, the show that showcases what you want to see, and of course it's everywhere. And of course I'm Ricky Green, and today we have a special treat for you because we are showcasing a play that's going to be right here in Central Texas in Harker Heights called Can a Woman Raise a Man? And I'm being joined today by one of the cast members by the name of Ketrick Copeland. Ketrick, welcome to Showcase Live.
Thanks for having me.
Ketrick, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from and where'd you grow up?
I'm originally from a small town called Senatobia, Mississippi, which is right outside of Memphis, Tennessee. I was born and raised there. I went to college close by, 30 minutes away. And then after college, at the time, I wasn't into acting. I was playing basketball. I was pursuing to go overseas, so I ended up signing a contract to play with a professional entertainment team similar to the Harlem Globetrotters.
Wow.
And so I did that for 7 years, and then after that I decided to get into acting on a more serious level. And then from there, my career just grew, and it just kept growing and growing and growing, and 16 years later, here I am.
Wow, congratulations on all of your success thus far. But tell me,
Yes.
How did you catch the acting bug?
Well, back in high school, I originally had in the back of my mind that I wanted to be an actor, but at the time I didn't know how to pursue it or how to get into it. So I just kind of put it to the side. And like I said, I was pursuing basketball at the time. So when I started playing basketball as a professional basketball entertainer, you know, we were doing the skits on the court. And so to a sense that was kind of acting, but it wasn't necessarily, you know, stage or film or anything like that. So that kind of sparked the interest. And after I retired, I decided, I was like, hey, I'm gonna pursue acting on a serious level. And I got into film and TV, and I started doing commercials, got my first agent, started taking classes, and then from there, everything just became a snowball effect.
Well, I'm very happy for your success thus far, and I know you'll do greater things in the future. But you are in Killeen, Texas today, here at Showcase Live, about to be on stage tomorrow night. 3 o'clock tomorrow. And 7 p.m. tomorrow night are two shows that y'all going to be doing at the Harker Heights Event Center. Tell us your role in Can a Woman Raise a Man?
My role in Can a Woman Raise a Man, I play Bishop Michael Cedar Jr. in the first show, in the matinee show, but then in the second show I'll be playing Michael Cedar Sr. So I'll switch roles.
Wow.
We have a special guest, Tony Terry, coming in. He'll be playing the Bishop at the evening night show.
Oh, I got you. I got you. So you play his role?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm his understudy.
Oh,
but he won't, you know, I'll be there for the matinee show.
So it worked out.
Yes. Yes, it did. So I still have, you know, a lot of responsibilities.
Well, talk to me about this. How do you prepare for a role like this?
For a role like this, you know, when I got the script, I kind of asked for a character description, a breakdown on the character, his history, his backstory, so I kind of get an idea of, you know, what all the Bishop did in his life and what he was going through. And so I just started kind of breaking the script down into segments and figuring out what part I'm going to learn first, because, you know, there's a lot of lines. And so I just kind of separated the scenes out and made it a priority and figured out which scene I was going to start on first. And so I focus on that. And once I get those lines down, then I start moving on to the next scene. And then at the end, I just kind of put it all together. And then we had rehearsals as far as virtual rehearsals. And now that we're all here together in person, we've been kind of rehearsing the lines, you know, trying to get ready for tomorrow and that type of thing. So it's a pretty long process when it comes to preparing, especially for a role like this.
Sure, and only a trained actor as yourself could do something like that. I can attest to that myself. But talk about the Bishop. I know you can't say much about it, but how instrumental is he in this play?
Bishop is very important in this play. You know, he has a wife, you know, he has the first lady, he has kids, and then there's a point in the play where some things kind of come out, you know, he kind get surprised and shocked by some things that came back up from his past that kind of came back to kind of cause some problems. So I won't get into it.
Exactly.
But yeah, Bishop plays a very, very integral part of this play. You know, he's Bishop has been through some things.
Yeah.
He's been through a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I would say throughout the play, not necessarily from Bishop's character, but this play it'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll make you reminisce, have memories, and it might even trigger some things that has happened in your life. But it's overall it's a great play, and we're gonna make some people happy.
So tell us, Ketrick, who should come see this play?
I would recommend, first of all, everybody to come see this play, but especially single mothers who may have raised their sons or daughters or whatever the case is, who have raised their kids alone growing up, because especially nowadays, having a one-parent household is tough.
Sure.
Especially with these prices going up.
Absolutely.
They keep going up.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend the single mothers to come see the play. But the show is for everybody. It's catered for everybody. I think everybody will walk away with some knowledge and inspiration from the show.
And the good thing about it is they can see it virtually as well.
Yes.
And as well as in person.
Yes.
So if you go to Eventbrite as well as CAWRAM.com, you're able to get tickets there, and also the link to Can a Woman Raise a Man? If you just tuned in, I'm Ricky Green with Showplay Showcase Live. We're being joined by one of the cast members who plays the bishop in the play Can a Woman Raise a Man? Lastly, Mr. Copeland. What can we expect from Mr. Copeland in the future?
What can you expect from me in the future? I've been doing more TV and film than I have stage plays. I'm always auditioning, and I've done TV shows, I've done commercials, I've done movies. You can expect me to continue to rise up in the industry and make a bigger name for myself.
Awesome, and I know you will. Lastly, I know there's some audience members out there who are watching,
yes,
who are curious to know or might have an aspiration of becoming an actor or getting in the entertainment business for that matter. Would you look at that camera and give them some advice?
My advice, if you're going to get in this business, you definitely got to have tough skin. You got to be able to take rejection, because you get rejected on a daily basis. It's nothing personal. It's nothing about you. That's just how the business goes. So you got to be consistent. You definitely got to be consistent. You got to be, you got to have a business mind, because this is a business. Mm-hmm. You have to treat it as your own business, not just you want to get into acting for the fame and the fortune, because it's not all about that. You got to be able to run your own business as an entrepreneur. And so, yeah, I would say be consistent and be able to take rejection.
Well, congratulations on all of your success thus far. I wish you much continued success in your life as well as in your career. And promise me this won't be your last time on Showplay Showcase Live.
No, this will not be my last time.
We'll see you tomorrow night at the play. Thank you for joining us.
All right, appreciate it.
And thank you for staying tuned in to Showplay Showcase Live. But stay tuned. Coming up, we have Miss Tootie Hall, a local understudy who will be appearing in the play as well. We'll be right back right after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. And as we promised you, you are watching Showcase Live, the show that showcases what you want to see. And of course, it's everywhere. And today we're being joined by cast members of Can a Woman Raise a Man? That's the question. I'm being joined by one of the locals. We're excited that she is an understudy in the play. Her name is Tootie Hall. Tootie, welcome to Showplay Showcase Live.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you're a busy woman these days. I just saw you in a production about a month ago.
Right.
You were phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you.
So congratulations on that. But now this weekend, you're playing an understudy. First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from and where'd you grow up?
So I'm originally from North Carolina, small town, country girl, little shy country girl.
Tell us the town. Come on, give your people some props.
Small country town called Hamlet, North Carolina.
Hamlet, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you grow up there?
I grew up there, shy, barefoot, country girl.
Okay, and you made it to Central Texas. But since you've been in Central Texas, you and I go way back, just as Facebook friends.
Yeah.
And, you know, we had some dialogue, and next thing I know, you're acting, just as you said you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about your career. How long have you been acting?
I've been acting since 2014, and I'm with Acclaimed Talent, very phenomenal agency. And I've been doing some TV, film, and I have some things coming up that I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it too, because again, I just saw you in a production, and your performance was impeccable.
Thank you.
So congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. But again, you're in this play with a lot of A-list names, a lot of household names, and you're playing an understudy. For those who doesn't know, what is an understudy?
An understudy is someone who studies all the lines. They go to every rehearsal. So if anything happens or comes up, then they can step in and take over that role.
Are you able to tell us what that role is that you're the understudy for?
I am Marva King's understudy.
Oh,
yes.
So you can sing like Marva King.
Oh, no. No, she's phenomenal. I can't do that.
And Marva King's role is what?
She's playing the role of Aunt T.
Okay.
Aunt T-E-E.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. How excited are you for this opportunity?
I'm nervous, but I'm like really, really excited. It's something different, and I'm just ready to get out there and do different things.
Sure, and I'm sure you'll do phenomenal on the different things that you do.
Yes.
Because I've been a witness to what you've done so far. What can we expect from Tootie Hall in the future?
Well, in the fall, I have a feature that I got asked to do, and I'm really excited about that. And then I have another stage play that I'm currently doing, and we're going to be doing that May 12th, and it's called Mama's Daughters.
Talk about it.
Yes, I play Aunt Pearlie. Everybody knows Aunt Pearlie and Colleen. And the stage play is called Mama's Daughters, and it's by Kay Zamora Entertainment, Carrie Ann Zamora.
Carrie Ann Zamora, yeah. Very, very talented woman.
Yes.
Just like I asked Mr. Ketrick Copeland about giving some advice. Now, you started in the acting business professionally in 2014. I know you had aspirations long before that, but you did the work. I saw you do the work. All of the mixers that you attended in Austin, and look at you now. Praise God.
Yes.
What advice would you give somebody who were aspiring to become an actor or get into the entertainment business for that matter?
Well, being that I'm an older actor, I would tell anyone age is unlimited if you want to get into the industry. So you don't have to be young, you can be a seasoned person. So don't let that hold you back. You don't have to have any experience. And if you really want to do it professionally, make sure that you get an agent and make sure that you always take classes. Like, you're never too experienced not to take classes. So that's imperative.
And an effective headshot.
An effective headshot, yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join me here on Show Play Showcase Live. Auntie.
Thank you for having
and
me.
Miss Pearlie.
Thank you.
Promise me this won't be your last time joining me on Show Play Showcase Live.
It won't.
Thank you so much.
Thank
we wish
you.
you much continued success in your life.
Thank you.
As well as in your career. We've been joined by Tootie Hall, who plays an understudy for Can a Woman Raise a Man? The hit stage play featuring Marva King, Tony Terry, Stephanie Sullivan, Ketrick Copeland, and many, many more by Q Allen. You can catch this show at the Harker Heights Event Center tomorrow at 3 p.m. and then again at 6 p.m. and on Sunday at 6 p.m. Coming up next, we'll be joined by the bishop's wife in the play, Miss Stephanie Sullivan. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone, to Show Play Showcase Live. Of course, I'm Ricky Green, and we are interviewing the cast of Can a Woman Raise a Man? That's the question. We've been joined by Ketrick Copeland, Tootie Hall, and now Mrs. Stephanie Sullivan, who plays, we'll let her tell you that. But Stephanie, welcome to Show Play Showcase Live.
Thank you.
Now, Stephanie, let's start out simply by telling us where were you raised? Where did you grow up and where were you raised?
Okay, so I am an Army, they call Army brat, so I grew up on the Army base. I was actually born on the Army
You were
base.
born in what state?
And that'll be in Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Fort Campbell, Kentucky. So you moved around all of your life.
Definitely moved around a lot. I think my mom's job, she was in corporate, so that sort of moved us around a whole lot more. So I think we moved more with my mom than my dad.
Now you're in Texas. You actually reside in Dallas right now, so you're not too far from home. But you're in Killeen, Texas, for a play called "Can a Woman Raise a Man?" Talk about your acting career. How long have you been acting?
I have been acting actually since I was a little girl. I started out acting in my mother's play, where she wrote, directed, and produced the play. So I started out as a very little girl. And
what was that play?
I don't remember the name of it because I was so little at the time. But my mother inspired me to really be interested in this art form. And I learned so much from her. She's an excellent businesswoman, excellent at everything that she does. She does everything in excellence.
You obviously have a passion for it because you're still doing it at this point in your life. Let's talk about the play that you're in now. Can a Woman Raise a Man? What is your role in this play?
My role in this play is First Lady.
Okay.
And I really, I love this role. Because when I look at a First Lady, I look at a First Lady being a woman of strength, quiet strength. And so when I took on this role, I knew that that role was for me. When I came into the audition, I knew that role, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that it did fit me and that I was supposed to do that role.
Okay. Well, congratulations on getting the role. Now, is this play on tour right now, or is it just... Talk about that.
Okay, so we'll be here in Killeen, Texas. Our next stop will be Houston, Texas. And then from there, we have 2 more cities that we'll be touring in.
Oh, exciting. Now, this is what I want to ask you. You said First Lady. See, to some people, that means the president's wife. Talk about what the First Lady means in this particular play.
So in this play, I am playing the First Lady. My name is Michelle Cedar, and I am playing the wife to Bishop Cedar.
Okay, that explains it for those who are out there like, First Lady. So, how do you prepare for a role like this?
So I would say to any actor, always find out a lot about the character, develop your character analysis, and go from there. Find out the history of the role that you're playing. Also, spend time reading the script. Whenever I receive a script, I try to read through it a lot of times, and not only knowing what my role is, but also knowing what the other person's role is too, and seeing how the pieces of the puzzle fit together. And so just knowing the history of everything, I think, is so important to your character. Also spending time with the words in your character and just really spending that time alone and just in deciding how you're going to execute that role, because you've got that one shot to make a difference. You've got that one shot to make a difference, and it means so much if you really take that time and really enjoy, and also enjoy what you're doing. I think that's very important. Enjoying what you're doing and knowing that you're called to whatever you're doing, I think it's important.
I think it's important as well. As far as the question that is this play is about, can a woman raise a man? What are your thoughts on that?
As Q would always say, a woman shouldn't have to. I know that in our society, and things will not always be in a perfect world. And I know that there are some women who are raising a man. I do believe that there are certain elements that a man does bring to a male that a woman may not always be able to give. because there's just certain things that a man knows that a woman may not know.
Sure.
But I do believe that a woman can raise a man. I believe that there are two different elements as far as the woman's role and also the man's role, the father's role, the mother's role and the father's role.
What can people expect when they go see this play or watch it virtually?
There are so many elements to this mother-daughter relationship. Father-daughter relationship. I don't want to give too much away. Sure. The dynamics between the husband and the wife and some situations that come up in a marriage. So there's just
real life situations.
Real life situations. And I believe that there's just so much that I think that people will be able to walk away with. There's going to be so much that will touch your heart, and also forgiveness. Just learning how to forgive and how to be healed and how to move on. I think that is so important in our lives even today. Sure. So I think there's going to bring so much healing. There's going to bring so much restoration. I think that the first ladies of the church are going to see the strength that's in Michelle Cedar. I also think that they're going to see the forgiveness that she has and how that whole dynamic of the family, can't tell you that part, comes together, but it's going to be a beautiful thing, and I think a lot of people are going to be touched. I'm sure,
and I'm very excited to see you as well as the whole cast and this production. What can we expect from Mrs. Stephanie Sullivan in the future?
I would say a lot of films, modeling. I'm about to headline a show with some singing, so definitely modeling, singing, dancing. I don't think a lot of people know that I do dance.
Awesome.
And definitely the calling that I know that God has definitely centered me in is acting. I asked him, I said, what is it that you would have me to do? Because I had so many gifts. And I remember my pastor was preaching about instinct. And I remember sitting up in the balcony and I said, you know what is it that I need to hone my skills on? And as I began to walk down the stairs, a lady asked me, would you like to be in my stage play? And at that moment, I knew that was God speaking to me. And so my primary thing is to focus on my acting because I know that is the avenue in which I'm called.
Sure.
And so you'll see me in a lot of TV, a lot of films, a lot of modeling, singing, and dancing. And whatever God has me to do, I'm going to be obedient to that.
Amen to that. Lastly, what advice would you give to someone who aspires to become an actor, model, singer, in the entertainment industry for that matter? Would you look at them and tell them?
I would definitely say develop a great work ethic. I would definitely say that. Be accountable. I think that being on time, being on top of your craft, your skill is very important. As one of my other castmates said, definitely take classes. Those are very, very important because that brushes up on your skill, making sure that you are being effective as an actor. Definitely having great headshots is definitely a good thing. And then further down the road, if you're wanting to get an agent, definitely get a reputable agent. But I would definitely say great work ethic, being on time, being accountable, and when you're given a role, making sure that you take time, that you work hard, that you are called to what you are supposed to be doing, because that's very, very important to know that you're in the right lane and not many lanes, but definitely the right lane. So when you are called to that, you'll know it because it will be a passion for you. It will be a purpose for you. And it feels like you're working, even if you don't get paid for it, it is just something that when you get up in the morning and you have that passion for it, you just do it effortlessly. And so definitely make sure you're called to it, work hard at it, don't take anything for granted, definitely stay humbled. And definitely, if you definitely stay prayerful, and definitely always look for opportunities. You have to look for opportunities. They're not just going to fall in your lap. So you definitely have to look for opportunities.
Well, we're going to look for you. That was very powerful and
you.
very profound. And I'm sure that
you.
we'll see you for the purpose that God has called you for. Thank you so much,
You're
Mrs.
welcome.
Stephanie Sullivan,
Thank
for
you.
joining us here on Show Play Showcase Live. Will you come back again?
I definitely will.
Thank you so much. And of course, Mrs. Stephanie Sullivan, who plays First Lady Cedar in the stage play, Can a Woman Raise a Man? Thank you so much once again.
you.
And thank you for staying tuned in to Show Play Showcase. But don't go away. We'll be right back with one of the last cast members of Can a Woman Raise a Man? We'll be right back right after this. And we're back. We thank you for taking the time to staying tuned in to Show Play Showcase Live, the show that showcases what you want to see. And of course, it's everywhere. And we're being joined by the cast of Can a Woman Raise a Man? That's the question. And it will be answered tomorrow night at the Harker Heights Event Center at 3 p.m., the matinee show, and 7 p.m., again at the Harker Heights Event Center. I'm being joined by another one of the cast members, Miss LaQuinta Layton. Thank you for joining us here on Show Play Showcase Live. Now, LaQuinta, let's jump right into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where were you born and where'd you grow up?
Absolutely. I was born and raised in a small town, as most others have said, in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Okay.
So you probably may not find it on the map. And so I come from an extremely large family. I love to share that. My dad was number 7 of 16.
Wow.
And so I love to share about, and I'm number 5 of 6. And so just growing up in a really small town, I used to sing all the time in church. And so just as a little girl, I've always aspired to just be an actress one day. And so this is my very first play, so I'm so excited.
Congratulations. So are you singing in this play too?
I am singing.
Wow.
I am singing.
Awesome.
Yes.
How exciting is it for you to be in this production?
I can't really even put it into words. And even though I love to communicate, I cannot really put it into words how excited I am. I'm almost in tears.
Sure.
Because I feel like it was something that I placed on the back burner, but God has opened the door. As the word says, that time and chance happens to us all.
Yeah.
And I believe God presented the right opportunity for me. It's amazing to be on the stage with some amazing people. And they've been taking really good care of me, making sure that I know what I know, and then just relax and allow God to do the rest.
Are you relaxed? Are you nervous?
I am not nervous anymore.
Good.
I'm ready to command the stage.
Good.
I believe that is something that God has birthed in me, and I believe it's an opportunity not denied. I believe that God saw my desire. Sorry, I'm not trying to cry. But it was something that was really deep in me that I really, really wanted to do. And I believe God saw that, and that He is giving me the desires of my heart.
How does this play speak to your heart?
For me, it gives exposure. I was actually raised in a 2-parent home.
Oh, good.
But the great thing about it is that it gives me sensitivity to those around me. I have other people in my household that are faced with being challenged to raise children by themselves. And so for me, it gives perspective, it gives understanding. And then not only that, but clarity on how to help. I think for me, I'm always one that loves to find a way to make a difference. And so my prayer is that in every aspect of the play, that someone will see themselves and see hope. That's why we do what we do, is to bring inspiration and guidance to someone who's in probably a very difficult situation, and be able to be that navigator of how to get out.
Who do you recommend to go see Can a Woman Raise a Man?
I hate to just use this, but everybody really needs to see it, because again, perspective is everything. I think it really creates how we as a community, you know, they used to say it takes a village. And I believe that in order for that man to become what God has called him to be, it takes a village. And I think as we continue to have perspective, it exposes us to the weaknesses, our opportunities, how the SWOT analysis, we have the opportunity to really make a difference. And to me, that's why seeing this play is so vital.
Well, once again, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
your first stage play. It's a big one.
It's a big one.
But what can we expect from LaQuinta Layton in the future?
There's so much that God has birthed through me. I've written a book called Emergence from Grief to Glory.
Awesome.
I have an audio book that just was released. I'm going to do more plays.
Do you have a
believe.
website?
I do have a website.
Tell
It's
them what
called
that website is.
www.emergencefromgrief.com. And it's about my story of losing both of my parents. I lost both of them tragically to sickness. My mom passed away of diabetes, and my dad passed away of a stroke. And so I talk about all of those hard things. And I think that's another great thing about Can a Woman Raise a Man, is because it talks about the hard issues of life that we see in church, and sometimes it's taboo. We don't talk about those things, but we need to address it. It addresses so much. So people who are dealing with mental illness, they need to see this movie, or this play. They need to see. Maybe I'm being prophetic when I said movie, but I really believe that God has so much in store for every person that walks in, whether it's an aunt, whether it is a sister, whether it's a pastor, pastor's wife, a pastor's daughter. I believe that they're going to leave blessed and changed.
Well, you are a woman of strength. You are a woman of valor. And I really believe that you're walking in your purpose. So congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
Since you had the aspiration of acting and it came a little later than you wanted it to come, what advice would you give somebody who hasn't yet got the big break, so to speak? What advice would you give them?
I would say write down. I believe it's Habakkuk that says to write the vision, make it plain. And I believe that as you write things down, there's a memory from the pen to the paper. And as you write things down, I believe you're recording your destiny. And I believe that as you record what you believe and you aspire to become, that you will generate everything that's necessary to bring those things to pass. I believe that time and chance again happens to us all. And so what I would say is don't lose hope. I am a telltale sign that you don't have to have all of the experience clearly, but that God, as you place these things before him, all of his plans for your life will begin to unfold, and that you will see those your deepest, darkest dreams come to pass. And so I believe.
Well, I believe it, and let's touch and agree on it.
Yes.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here on Showplace Showcase Live. I'm very excited for you, for your career, for your life, and I look forward to seeing you in the stage play, Can a Woman Raise a Man? And please don't make this your last time here on Showplace Showcase Live.
It won't be. It can't be.
Been joined by Mrs. LaQuinta Layton, who plays the daughter of the First Lady in the play. But before we go, I got to put you on the spot.
Oh, wow.
Give me just a snippet of what they're going to hear when you sing tomorrow night.
I need thee, oh, I need thee every hour. I need thee, oh, bless me now, my Savior. I come to thee.
Hallelujah. That's all I can say. You're definitely gifted and talented, and like I said, a woman of strength and a woman of valor. You don't want to miss Miss LaQuinta Layton with this angelic voice, as well as the other cast members that we've interviewed here. Again, can a woman raise a man? That's the question. That will be answered tomorrow night at the Harker Heights Event Center, tomorrow at 3 p.m. That's April 23rd. And then again at 7 p.m. and then on Sunday at 6 p.m. We thank you so much for taking the time out. We're going to be back with the entire cast right after this. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
And we're back. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of our show once again here on Showplace Showcase Live, and we've been joined by the amazing and fantastic cast members of Can a Woman Raise a Man, playing tomorrow, April 23rd at 3 p.m. matinee show and 7 p.m. the evening show at the Harker Heights Event Center. And then you can catch it again on Sunday at 7 p.m. But you're also able to catch it at Eventbrite. And if you go to their website, you can go to CAWRAM.com and click on the link, and you're also able to access it virtually if you just don't feel like getting out. But this is a stage play you don't want to miss by Q Allen. What's his last name? Q Allen King. Q Allen King. Very, very amazing cast. These people are in it. Tony Terry is in it. Marva King from Tyler Perry's cast is also in the play. So you don't want to miss it. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time out to join me here on Showcase Live, the show that showcases what you want to see, and of course it's everywhere. I have one last question for my cast members though. What is your favorite show?
Showcase Live. It's everywhere.
So don't miss it. We'll see you next time, America. So long.